Let's face it, a lot of people say don't buy from China because they're protecting their own interests and you may not get what you expected. I'm Kai from Germany and I've lived in China for many years now and visited hundreds of factories. They produce everything we see all around us, whether it's your phone, your furniture, or sooner or later even your cars. So the quality can't be that bad, right? So what's the real reason why it's so cheap? The first reason, we call it practice makes perfect. In a 2008 article in Forbes magazine, a Harvard Business School professor says there are huge benefits to learning by doing. The massive demand has depressed the learning curve for Chinese manufacturers, allowing them to continue to reduce costs. And so they have greatly improved their processes and we can now take advantage of these lowest costs. The second reasons are trade finance practices. Chinese banks encourage buyers from other countries to buy from Chinese companies. So they take over the cost of late payment and the risk of non-payment by buyers is borne by Chinese banks. There are also a lot of other subsidies, including for shipping, for example, and backed by the backbone of the government, a lot of businesses are able to run more smoothly and keep the cash flow in the business. The third reason is all employees in China are members of the All China Federation of Trade Unions, because the ACFTU has a monopoly on union organizations in China, so they're able to control wage increases and labor protests. This has created some sort of a carefree industrial environment, and we all know how much the products here would cost if the wages were as high as in the US. The fourth reason is that China has developed several industrial network clusters. A cluster is the practice of locating all or most of the key firms in an industry supply chain close to each other. For example, here in Guangdong, we have a major hub for all kinds of consumer goods, especially electronics. And once all the products are made, they need to be packaged, so there are many packaging factories around as well. This is why the factories can keep our prices down so low here. The fifth reason is the fiscal policy of the Chinese government. For example, manufacturers also benefit from subsidized rents or cheap or even free land. You can't beat that. With free land and cheap labor costs, well, you know the product is going to be cheaper. The sixth reason is the economies of scale. For example, the cost advantage that manufacturers should have when producing large quantities of products. Chinese manufacturers produce a large number of products, so their fixed costs are spread over a large number of units, and therefore the average cost of output is lower. And so that Chinese manufacturers have better bargaining power because they produce in large quantities and they need large quantities of raw materials as well. So this gives them the ability to bargain for lower inputs as well. I'm not here saying all Chinese machines or products are amazing. There are definitely the good and the bad ones. But all I'm saying is we shouldn't always have that kind of stereo mindset of thinking China is cheap because the quality is bad. Cheap doesn't necessarily mean it is also bad. On the other hand, businesses should utilize the global supply chain to increase business efficiency by all means. Please let me know what your thoughts are on Chinese machinery and products in the comments down below. I'm Kai from MachinePack. Please check out our website at machinepack.com. That's it for this video. See you next time.